Three, two, one, action.
What is going on, you guys? My name is Jess.
I'm Steph.
My name is James.
And welcome to the Original Map Show.
To all the creative bosses out there, we're so grateful that you're a part of our community.
We are a group that aspires to be so abundant. We're a producer of abundance for others, baby. So let's get into today's episode.
All right, guys. So what are we talking about today?
I feel like it's the first day of the segment. We're adding a new segment to the Millionaire Mac Club, so it's only right if we tell our story. If we hop into our story, let them know why we're doing it. You feel me?
Okay. Wait, guys. Wait. I gotta go. You handle it, and I'll be back.
All right. I mean, I guess we'll let you slide.
I got it. You already know. From start to finish, we got this.
All right.
That's
business. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Peace. All right, Jess. I guess it's just the two of us. Just the two.
All right.
So, I mean, how you doing? First off, how you doing? What's up?
I'm good. I'm richly blessed. Life is good. Things are in motion. I'm excited.
You know the vibe.
What about you?
Blessed, man. I'm richly blessed. I'm spectacular. I'm living abundantly. Man, it's just such a blessing to be able to step into this new opportunity with my family, really. And I don't really want to hop in. Well, we're going to touch in our story, but I feel like it's only right if I mention this. Like, it's just so awesome to start the Millionaire Mac Club. You started Original Ink by Jess, and then we decided, like, we're running on the same track, but why aren't we running in the same lane? Like, why aren't we doing this together? And there's strength in numbers, and we have such a solid family. Let's bring more people into our family, you know? So I feel like it's only right.
Sure.
You kind of want to give them the backstory on how we came up with the idea of the original Max and how fast we turned around on the idea.
Yeah, of course. So it literally just happened just yesterday, so less than 24 hours ago. We were having Thanksgiving dinner, and James just FaceTimed me because right now he's in Oregon and I live in Phoenix. So he FaceTimed me, and we would just start talking about different random things because, like, he's been helping me grow Original Ink by Jess, and I've been really struggling defining what Original Ink is. I've changed it a couple of times, and that's when we got in the conversation of now we're on the same path. So it's been about a year since I started Original Ink, and it's changed like 5 times. But in this year, I really have now finally defined what it is, and it just happens to align with my brother James and what the Millionaire Mac Club is all about. So, which is very exciting.
No, it's so exciting because like you just touched on, and like I mentioned before, we were pushing towards the same thing. We're trying to solve the same problem. And the problem that we're trying to solve, that both of us have had, is we know we can do big things. We want to do big things, and not just for us, not just for our family, but to progress the world. So it was only right that we conform the two platforms and realize your sayings be you, stay true. And my thing is, the millionaire is not defined by monetary status, but by your mindset. So if you're staying true to yourself, you have a great mindset, it's only inevitable you're going to serve your purpose and progress this world how you're supposed to, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool, just because we were talking about this before we started this episode. We're all in the same story, but we all have different perspectives. And that's the cool thing about being able to have these segments. Like, we grew up so closely together, but we reacted and you know, we're just so different.
Stuff differently.
Yeah,
too.
we just experience stuff differently. So it's going to be so cool to bring different perspectives and talk about progressive topics and bring different communities together, because different people can relate to you, different people can relate to me, some people can relate to both of us, but now we can have a community where everybody can feel a sense of secureness, feel a sense of, oh, I can relate to them a little more, but I relate to the big picture, you know? Yeah. So you want to give them a little rundown on what our vision is? We kind of already touched on it, but what's your perspective on what we're about to do with this segment and what we're about to do?
Ooh, that's a good question. So far, basically, what we want to do is just help people either discover their truth or live their truth without apologetically. Is that even a word? Without apology, basically.
Right.
And like for me, I original ink was all about, I created it because I was tired of people telling me what to do. Mm-hmm. All my life, I've been told what to do, where to go, what to wear, who to be around, all this other stuff. And Original Ink, I just wanted something that was for me and to show other people like you're not alone, that you can be yourself and do the things that you want to do. And people are just going to have to be okay with it. Thanks. And I think what's really cool about what we're trying to do is there's so many people out there that are so talented, and they may be in an environment that doesn't allow them to express their gift that they were given. I know for us, we were encouraged to do so. Like our grandma, she always taught us be media ready. Mm-hmm. So that's why we take being on camera so seriously and stuff like that, because she taught us how to basically be on camera and things like that. And then our mom taught us how to always, you can say whatever you want as long as you say it with love and respect. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what translates to original Mac show, because it's the combination of everything we've learned from our family, and then also the experiences that you have and also that I have. Right. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the opportunity to connect with people. And we talked about this, like, we have the platform, but we just want to be the curators of the conversation. We just want to be the managers of the conversation. We just want to be the people that brought the people in to have these types of conversations. We don't necessarily have to be the ones leading, right?
Yeah.
Like we're learning from each other and the whole community. And I think something that's going to be really cool is, answer this for me. Are you where you want to be?
No, but
I'm not where I want to be. Right. I know I'm not where I want to be. I'm in a good spot, but I want more. And I'm sure you want more, and whoever's listening to this wants more, so we can achieve that more together. Because, you know, it's cool with all the Gary V's, all the Grant Cardones, all those big people in the world. They didn't have a chance to fully document their come up, right? Yeah. And I think this is the perfect opportunity. We're raw, uncut, showing you us going through the process, and we want to go through the process with y'all. We want to document your guys' success. We want to bring you guys onto the platform so you have somewhere to express yourself. You know, we want to be, like we said, we want to be so abundant that we can be a producer of abundance for others. And that just needs to continue. So when we're gone, when this flesh is gone, the legacy lives on, and not just our legacy, your legacy, right? And just how can we be better for the next man, the next woman, the next child? How can we make their experience more tolerable, more favorable for them, right? Because it's never gonna get easier, because everybody's gonna have their struggles, in my opinion. So it's a matter of how can I make your experience more tolerable.
Yep.
Exactly. Oh, it's so crazy how fast we turned around on this idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so coming at y'all, we got a bunch of content. We're gonna be what platforms we're about to be on? We're about to be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, and then we're gonna have self-improvement masterminds. It's gonna be a weekly group where you can come in, and we're gonna be curating conversations about intentional self-improvement. We're going to have guidance. We're gonna have guidance for you to max out you, right? Because that's one of the biggest struggles is like, you want to do better, but you don't know what to do, right?
Yeah.
So let's come in and throw things at the wall until they stick, but be intentional and strategical about what we're throwing on the wall. So we're gonna have the self-improvement masterminds. We're gonna have business owner masterminds. What else are we about to have? Courses.
Yeah. I'm going to be on podcast once a week now.
Once a week.
This will be a new segment.
Yep.
Live events that we're going to try to do.
Yep. We're going to do
covered everything.
Merch. We're going to have custom work. Jessica does fire custom work. We're going to have good merch for y'all, so y'all can, because the way we look at it, we're a team, so we need some uniforms.
True that.
I mean, like what you can't imagine the Lakers without the purple and gold, right? So we need some good unis. We're gonna have some fire merch coming your guys' way. Yeah. So you got any last thoughts for the people?
I think we covered everything. So I'm just excited to get this going. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. All of our work has really paid up to this. It's kind of crazy. You gave me some nostalgia saying like be media ready. I kind of forgot about that term for a little bit, and it's no coincidence we're doing this. Oh, and Stephanie's gonna be on the pod with us. She had to go. She had a family emergency, and had to take her best friend, our basically sister, to the hospital having an allergic reaction. She had to go handle that, but she will be here next week.
Yeah.
Oh man, we need a way to close it out. We need like a closed caption.
But we haven't even talked about our stories yet.
Oh, facts. Just see, it's raw, uncut, unscripted, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I guess I can go first. I've been trying to think about what I want to share with the world. So basically, my name is Jessica Hodge-Green. I am 23 years old. I am the middle child of Stephanie and James. So you already know what that means. The middle child was in it with everything. I was always the one to hold it down for the both of them. Growing up, we had a 2-parent household, and then eventually it turned into a 1-and-1 household. During that time, my parents decided to do different things with us. So on my dad's side, he put James and I in music lessons. So believe it or not, I did have singing lessons. If you ask me to sing now, you would not tell he paid
sing
for
from the diaphragm.
But yes, but it did not pay off. I'm not Adele, but I still like singing some tunes in the car.
I think I got the skills. No lie. I think I got the singing skills.
I don't know about that, but you keep telling yourself.
We should low key have mom send us singing at the amphitheater in Oregon. Put that in.
Yeah. That was funny.
All right, keep going.
After that, I got into sports. So in the 5th grade, I tried out for boys basketball team. I actually made the team, and it was really exciting because I was the only girl. But after a week, I decided to quit. Obviously, being the only girl, it was very intimidating and things like that. And I was only in the 5th grade, so I decided to quit. Obviously, my coach was very upset with me because he saw great potential within me. But luckily, in the 6th grade, they finally had girls' sports. So the first sport that I officially played in, that was a team sport, was volleyball. I was introduced into track in the 4th grade. So volleyball was my first sport, And then after that, got really into basketball. So I did club basketball with James, and we traveled the country and did different things like that, which was really cool. And then also during that time, my gift from my dad, which I'm very grateful for that I got to have, was a Project Runway kit. So back in the day, they used to have those preset sketch drawings that you could draw on top of. And I was gifted that one year for Christmas. And that sparked the idea of being a fashion designer. But after playing sports and things like that, I kind of pushed that off to the side of being a fashion designer because I really felt like I couldn't do it and I wasn't talented enough to do it. So I was like, I know I can do sports. So I picked that instead. Then high school hit. I got a couple of offers in track and also in basketball. But then I popped my knee out of place. Not once, but twice. And
oh my God.
My knee was just never the same. Lost the scholarships that I had, and my plans for college definitely changed after that. But luckily, I was fortunate enough to get hired at my old middle school, which sparked the whole thing of being in sports as an actual coach. I was an assistant to the athletic director, and now I'm also the head varsity volleyball coach, and then also the assistant athletic director at the school. So I've been coaching for 6 years now, which it's so interesting how life tragedies can turn into your triumphs. If it wasn't for me blowing out my knee, I don't think I've ever would have gotten an opportunity to coach. Maybe down the line, but now that happened, I'm so glad it did, because I'm able to really mentor young middle school girls, which I think nowadays it's so important that they have mentors that believe in them and try to push them in the right direction. And I'm so happy that I get to do that as well. So that's basically my story. I mean, there's a little bit more to it, but I'll save that for some of the next episodes.
Facts. It's crazy hearing some of the major points you brought up. I forgot about those, bruh. Like, I forgot about the Project Runway, but I remember it so vividly now. I forgot about trying out for the boys basketball team and making it. I forgot about your schollies. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Oh my, I forgot about a lot of our upbringing. That we've just grown so much since then. Been so much. That is crazy.
It is. And we came from a very creative background. Like our mom, she went to college for a little bit for the arts. Our grandma was a very well-known photographer, and our aunts are directors and producers and writers now.
Yeah, won best short film in movie festival.
Yeah,
it was on NBC Chicago. Yeah, so we're just picking up the race.
And it's so crazy, like literally all the stuff that we're doing now is literally a mashup of everything we've done throughout our childhood and stuff like that.
Facts.
So it's pretty cool.
No, I remember being in Star's apartment, and a lot of the times, you know, it's kind of crazy how this episode kind of worked out, because a lot of the times the way I remember it, like, yeah, me, you, and Steph, we were always close, but since Steph was older than us, she was doing older people things. So she was hanging with her friends more, and it was just always me and you. Like, we were always together, always. And I'm almost positive you couldn't stand me. And in a way, I couldn't stand you, but like learned so much from you that I wanted to bug you. I don't know. It was like my weird way of showing love. So it's weird kind of how like the first episode started out where it's just like us two. And I just remember being in Star's apartment and just practicing interviews, practicing, she'll sit there like interviewing us type deal. Hey, oh my God.
And she's like, don't say,
don't say,
okay.
That's crazy. I'm still trying to evolve in that. And I'll go through and listen to my old podcast episodes and realize what she taught us. Like, just slow down and articulate what you want to say.
Exactly.
You don't need to be so fast. Just get your words out. Enunciate,
Yeah.
Like, slow down, talk like this, over exaggerate it. I'll never forget when it used to be Dad's weekend, and since he'd be working, he'd have me go to Star's crib, and Star would make me start my own blog and run my own website. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to play my PSP. But I had to do it every Sunday, had to do it every Saturday. And now it's just like coming back, and I want it to be my profession. I want to change the world through it. So I'm so grateful for those times, even though it was hard to see it through. And I won't say that I didn't trust our people, but just when you're young, you kind of want to just do your own thing the same way you want to do when you're older. That's why it's so important to have good guidance and be around great people. I feel like we were always in a good environment. Yeah, we had, like you said, our trials and our tribulations. We had a lot of adversity, but we had such a solid support system, such a solid team, that there was nothing that you couldn't get through. And you didn't have to get through it alone. That was the biggest thing. You didn't have to get through it alone. That's exactly what we're building here. We want to build a community where people don't have to get through what they have to get through alone. People don't have to build the business that they want to build alone. They don't have to try to apply for scholarships alone. They don't have to try to figure out their next move alone. And that's something that I really see us doing in the future, just teaching, like you said earlier, teaching the skills that we've learned throughout the course of time. So I guess it's my turn to tell my story, huh?
Yep.
So what up, y'all? For those of y'all that don't know me, maybe do know me, but don't know me fully, my name is James Hodge-Green, aka Juju Beans to some, aka Little Brother, aka Stinky Boy, aka there's a lot of AKAs, but not too many. I'm a 20-year-old limitless being. That's the best way to describe me. The best way I think about myself is I just feel like I'm a person that knows how to read a room, and I do my best to find out what each person needs to make that moment better. And a little bit about my backstory. I'm the youngest of 3. I got 2 great older sisters that I got to bug throughout the course of my life. But, you hear that a lot throughout siblings, but there is just so much love in between the 3 of us. Like, I'll never forget a moment where when after our parents split, me and you are at Dad's house. I couldn't sleep, and you stayed up and watched the movie with me until I fell asleep. Like, I woke you up, you stayed up, and I end up falling asleep literally 2 minutes later. And you're like, now
yes.
and you're like, now I'm up.
Secretary was my go-to movie for you to put you asleep.
So boring.
The opening credits knocked you out, and I'd be watching the rest of the movie by myself.
That movie was so boring. Like, whoever made that movie, like, I respect you. I know that I'm pretty sure if I watched it now, I'd have way more respect for it. But that movie put me to sleep in the first 2 minutes without a question. It was crazy. That movie was undefeated. Like, I always fell asleep. There's just so many memories that I can think of me just like bugging my sisters and not really being able to articulate my love and respect for them, And like I said earlier, Jess and I really grew up and went through a lot of things together. We went through a lot of things together. And so a little bit about me. I started playing sports in second grade. I started with flag football, and I just always like, I remember just asking the coach, can I try out for varsity? Coach, can I try out for varsity? He's like, James, no, you got to wait 3 years. You have to be fifth grade to try out for varsity. I'm, Coach, can I try out for varsity? Second grade, third grade, fourth grade. And just, Mom, don't pick me up from JV practice used to end at 4:30. And I used to, Mom, don't pick me up until 6:30. That's when varsity is done. And then just always stick around, trying to be around the best people, trying to be around the people that are doing what I'm doing, but better than me. Like, how can I get to your point so I can dominate where I am, right? So I grew up playing football. And I was actually
YMCA basketball.
Yeah, oh my God. I'll never forget YMCA basketball. I was so bad when I started basketball. I thought I was so good. You couldn't tell me anything. You couldn't tell me I sucked. Like, I didn't believe you. And that was something that I had to learn. Like, football came way more naturally to me because I could just go out and truly just be an athlete, just like go out athletic people. But basketball, there's way more skill and finesse, and not disrespecting football, but that's just the truth. So, you know, I just wanted to take the challenge and be like, look, I want to make it to the NBA. I want to be a college basketball player. And I had that set in my mind since third grade. So I just remember coming up, playing basketball, starting with the YMCA, going to practices early, doing trainings with my dad, skipping morning workouts. He'll come try to pick you up to go work out. And then I'll be like, nah, I'm going to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't always have the drive. I always had the passion. I always had the want for more, but I didn't always put in the work that was necessary to be the best. Right. Like, early on, I really talked the talk, but I didn't put in the work to walk the walk. Right. So then I just keep evolving in sports. I was always a pretty good student. And then I remember, what grade was it? Fifth grade. I was like, Dad, like, I want to play real basketball. He was like, all right, find a club team and I'll pay for it. Or he was like, we can go try it out. If you like it, I'll pay for it. Bet. So this is a skill that we learned early on. Like, if you want something to happen for you, figure out how to make it happen for you. Find the resources to make it happen for you. So, right, like, I hopped on the computer. I researched 30 different club teams. And, you know, I didn't really understand the pricing. I didn't really understand what made a good basketball team. I just went with what felt right. And then so that's when I started playing for Jump Athletic. Justin and I started playing for Jump Athletic, went to training academy, and just remember feeling like I was home, and meeting a lot of my best friends till this day on that day, which is so crazy. So then I grow up, keep playing basketball. And when you start playing club ball, it's just way more skill. Like YMCA, everybody's actually pretty bad. Everybody's pretty bad. A club, like, these kids, you're getting poured into. Your parents are buying you personal training. Your parents are really spending some bread on you. And that was a culture shock for me. Like, I was like, wow, I'm really not that good. Got put on the B team, you know, wasn't good enough to play with my best friends. Like, I was never good enough to play with my best friends. And so that's when I slowly but surely started to get the mindset, all right, I need to grind. But that was the thing. I would grind on and off. Remember when you and I used to train with Coach Misha? I'll confess this on the podcast. I don't know how many people know this truth, but I used to fake injuries. To get out of training. I won't lie to you. I used to fake injuries so I could get out of training. So I could get out of training with Coach Misha. because they were hard. They were hard. I won't lie. And I didn't like feeling insecure. I didn't like feeling like I wasn't as good as I thought. So I would fake it, you know?
Yeah.
And it got to a point where our dad was like, look, I'm not going to pay for this if you're not going to do it. So then he wasn't bluffing. He cut me off. Like he cut me off. And you're still going to basketball. And I had some remorse towards him for that, but I didn't understand. Like I didn't understand. And it honestly taught me a lesson, because the following year I started going to the Croc every single day, having mom drop me off on the way to work, 7 a.m., staying there till 7 p.m., eating one meal a day, just hooping literally all day. And that's when I started getting good, meeting some of my other friends like Bake Show, Don, Armani, all those guys, and really started getting good at the game, started learning some drive, started learning like you actually need to work to be good at anything, right? That's the lesson that I was learning in general, not just towards basketball. So then I actually get pretty good. 7th, 8th grade, I'm the man on our school team. And I'm still like kind of shaky in the club community, but I'm getting better. People are like, oh, is this the same James? Because I went back to play club and they're like, what, James? What? Since when? Wait, hold on. Here's Ma. Ma, we're on a podcast. Say what up.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, hey guys.
You're on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Ma, I'll call you back. I'm telling my story. Love you.
Love you.
Bye. All right. You know, perfect time. All right. So then, you know, oh, am I missing anything? So then we fast forward, whatever. I'm telling too much about basketball because that's not even the main thing. Whatever. I get pretty good at basketball. I stick with my dreams. I grind it out. And I had the option in middle school if I wanted to stay on the south side of Phoenix and go to one of the schools in district. But I decided, no, I want to try something new. And I decided to go to school across town, 30 minutes across town, 45 with traffic. And I decided to go to Arcadia High School. And some people didn't know this, but mom would drop me off at Einstein Bagels at 6:30 a.m. every single morning. So we beat traffic, and we didn't have to be to school until 7:45. So I'm sitting at Einstein every single day. Some days I couldn't buy a bagel because mom would only give me like $20 for a week or like $40 for a week. And, you know, I need to eat after school and different things like that. So I learned how to budget and really learn how to nickel and dime, learn the skill of making money stretch. Right. And you know, I just shout out mom. She always figured out a way to make whatever we wanted to happen. Like I was like, mom, I want to go to Arcadia. It wasn't like, what? You can't just go to the school that's 2 minutes away. It was like, okay, if you think that's what's best for you, bet, let's do it. Right.
Yeah.
So then I felt like it was on me to do the best that I could with people sacrificing different things in order for me to do what I want to do. So then we fast forward. I get some good accolades through Arcadia, you know, 2-time Scholar Athlete of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, first team All Region, first team Defensive All Region, second team All Region, region champion. Like I got some good accolades and got an opportunity to go play college ball. And went to go to Lewis and Clark College, played 1 year there. Some financial aid stuff got messed up, ended up at Shemeketa Community. This is my second year at Shemeketa. And honestly, this is the best thing that's happened to me because I had so much time in solitude. I used to have a fear to be alone. I have a fear to be alone. And I had so much time in solitude, so much time alone that I had no choice but to make it productive time. So that's when I dove into my self-improvement journey. And we're coming up on a year of me being intentional about my self-improvement journey. And the Millionaire Mac Club's almost at a year. So there's no better way than before the year anniversary, getting family in on it. But there's so much more to the story that I'm excited to share throughout the course of this show, talking about different lessons we've learned, talking about, you know, I feel like this is gonna honestly help our family take a step, because we're gonna talk about some situations that we both went through and have never said anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I've ever actually told you thank you for making me watch Secretary to fall asleep, or what was the movie called? Sagittarius.
Secretariat.
I don't even know the name of the goddamn movie. And like, I've never told you thank you for that. So thank you for that, you know, because I'll never forget that, honestly, whether it feels like it was overlooked or not. Like, that's something I'll never, ever forget. Right.
I'll always be so mad.
So
like, I would have
mad.
the movie on and everything. You have your blanket on the couch and everything. We have you all set up. The movie comes on, the credits of the freaking castle for Disney comes on, and it has a little text of what the movie is. And I turn over and you're already asleep. I'm like, and now I'm wide awake. I was asleep, people. And you know me, I love my sleep. So,
oh my God, you used to sleep so much. You used to sleep so much. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, no, we went on a lot of adventures together. We've been through a lot of things together.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And now it's all leading up to this and so much more. So much more, so much more, so much more. Remember when y'all used to call me Mama's Boy? Oh my God, y'all. I used to take such offense to that. They just Mama's Boy, Mama's Boy, Mama's Boy. But now I own it. I am a mama's boy. Like, I'm proud, man. Mom, if you're seeing this, I love you, man. Oh, there's so many different memories I can pull out that you may have forgot about. So many. But we're going to have such great opportunities to talk about a bunch of those. Yeah. But yeah, that's our story. That's a little bit of our story. That's not even the tip of the iceberg. That's like a little pebble.
We jumped around a bit, you know. But you know, make sure you guys are tuning in weekly so you guys can be a part of the growth. And yeah, we're about to take off. So you better hop on ship now and grow with us, because you're going to grow with us regardless, whether it's down the line 10 years, whether it's down the line in 2 years, whether it's in 2 months, whether it's in 2 days, you're going to grow with us. So you might as well hop on now. Yeah, baby. You got any last thoughts for him, Jess? I'm just excited to just start. Let's go. Let's get it.
Now, what I was saying earlier, we need a closed captioning thing. Like, we got the beginning down. I should add the bloopers to the end.
This whole thing was bloopers.
Yeah, this whole thing was bloopers. Dude, you know?
Being authentic.
Yeah, better present than perfect, man. Better present than perfect. Shoot. We need like a jingle. The original Max. Like the Big Mac, addicting. We'll work on it. But man, love y'all. Stay richly blessed, like our grandma said. Dang, we need a goodbye.
To say, I'm Jess, you're James. Thank you guys for watching the Original Mac Show.
All right, say it.
I'm Jess.
I'm James.
And thanks for watching the Original Mac Show.
Peace. 3, 2, 1, action.
Wait, hold on. Oh. The notification that popped up.
Oh my God. The show to be, the community to be. Oh, look, Steph's calling.
Oh my gosh.
Steph.
Now she picks up.
Go upstairs. Hop on your laptop. Hop on this.